started watching wrestling in 2009. That's what it was. That's what it was there. You know, you can't blame me for that. If I watched WWE before, then I would have a different tune, obviously. Burn it down! You know, I always see videos all around YouTube regarding championship belts, and I honestly feel like today's the day where I make my own very list of my own favorite wrestling championship belts. Number 14, Impact World Championship 2020. The red Impact World title is beautiful. Yes, you had Tessa Blanchard, Eddie Edwards, Eric Young, and then you had Rich Swann, all held that World Championship all this year. But the thing is, just the way how it just looks beautiful. To me, it looks better than the other version of the championship that was there, I believe, when Impact started to rebrand again in 2017, 2018. But the red and gold always sits well with me, so I gotta go with the Impact World Championship 2020. Number 13, the Intercontinental Championship, the white strap, the classic title that everybody likes. I like it as well. It's not, I'm not gonna lie, it's not really my favorite, but it's a likable championship. The likes that Cody Rhodes brought that championship to light in WWE back at Hell in the Cell 2011 and defended it against the likes of Randy Orton, Booker T, Christian, and more. And then you had Miz hold on to the belt. Miz is the only guy I see that kind of sticks out to me as the guy that held on to that very championship. But everybody else that came between, Zack Ryder winning it at WrestleMania, that was a great moment. Dolph Ziggler winning it at No Mercy 2016. Seth Rollins 2 years ago. Seth Rollins winning the Intercontinental title 2 years ago. I mean, that was awesome. That very belt has a lot of history over the years. Number 12, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships 2016. Now, I know everybody don't like the pennies apparently. Look, I don't call them pennies because the other version, the original version, was pennies. I call these dimes because blue and silver works. I'm sorry. I love the dimes of the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. You had the Usos, New Day brawl it out for the title. Best tag team feud in 2017, hands down. You had the Bludgeon Brothers held on to the titles for a short amount of time. American Alpha fighting for the championship and actually winning it in Chicago in that wild card episode of SmackDown. You had Heath Slater and Rhino winning that title on Backlash. That championship, it looks nice, and you had a lot of nice tag teams fighting for it as well throughout the years. Nowadays, it don't mean jack, but still, it's a beautiful championship. Number 11, another tag team title, the SmackDown Tag Team titles between 2002 to 2010. That championship is very beautiful. I prefer that title almost over any other tag team championships over the years, except for one, which will be in this list later on. That tag team titles, you had the SmackDown 6, Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero, Los Guerreros. You had Benoit and Angle. You had Mysterio and Edge, SmackDown 6, right? Then you also had Deuce and Domino later on, in the years in 2007. You had Brian Kendrick and Paul London and Billy Kidman. I believe Van Dam and Mysterio held the titles at one point. Hell, you even had Kento Suzuki and fucking Rene Dupree held the championship. So, it was a weird time. In the mid-2000s, it was a weird time, but at the beginning, it was a great time to be tag team champions with that belt. Plus, you had Miz and Morrison in the late 2000s, held onto the titles. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder as well. You had a lot of great champions. Some great, some are questionable, but still, overall, the titles, you can't deny the way how it looks, the front plate, the side plates, everything worked out very beautifully. The WCW World Heavyweight Championship, you cannot deny the elite group of champions that held on to that title, except, well, Great Khali. I mean, the dude held it upside down, for the love of God. Number 9, the NXT or WWE United Kingdom Championship. I mean, for the love of God, I've been in love with this championship since it debuted in 2017. I mean, when I saw the picture, I was like, that looks so good. Why isn't that our world title now? Seen it in person, You see the guys fighting for it, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, and more. And then you had Pete Dunne hold on to that title for what, almost 700 days. You have Walter holding on to the belt now with that great match against Dragunov. That, if y'all haven't seen that, go watch it. Don't hesitate. Number 8. North American Championship, NXT once again. Honestly, man, the North American title is just gorgeous. It's the one title in NXT that I can appreciate because of the old school stuff as well. Like, it's old school with new school, and that I can honestly always appreciate. And I kind of wish WWE would follow that method now. You take stuff from the old school and you fucking fusion with the new school. I mean, it's not that hard. The North American title has had a lot of great superstars that held on to that championship. Adam Cole is the first guy that comes to mind. You have Gargano winning it for 3 times, I believe, or 2 or 3 times. You had the likes of Velveteen Dream held on to that title for a certain amount of time. You had Ricochet hold on to that championship. It was a great run, man, and it's still going on to this day. Damian Priest was a good champion as well. Keith Lee was a great champion. Roderick Strong was a good champion. So, I mean, North American title, I mean, you gotta appreciate old and new put together. It's just a great combination. Number 7, the WCW World Heavyweight Title, 1992. You're probably thinking, how is this ranked higher than the... You want to know why? Because this is the first WCW Championship that I've ever seen. That's why. And I actually liked it. That's the one that Ron Simmons won. That's the Vader Championship belt. That's the Sting held that title. Lex Luger held that title. You know what I'm saying? Like, great guys held that championship. But the guy that sticks to my mind is Sting and Vader that held that championship. And honestly, I fucking like it more than the Big Gold Belt. Big Gold Belt's great, no doubt about it. But I'm speaking WCW terms. That championship, the 1992 one, the one that they had to replace when Ric Flair took the Big Gold Belt over to the World Wrestling Federation at the time, I loved that belt more. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I broke your heart, but I'm just saying, I love that belt more than the Big Gold Belt. I'm sorry. I mean, I like it. I love the Big Gold Belt, but I'm just saying, when it comes to WCW version, that's the 1992 version is my WCW Championship. Number 6, the World Tag Team Championship. Yes! The one with the red globe on it. Yes, that one is my championship. That's my favorite World Tag Team title. Now, obviously, it was the first tag team titles I've seen in WWE when I started watching in 2009. But obviously, when I like something, I do research on it. And when I did research on it, holy, the amount of people that held that title, those tag team titles: Christian and Chris Jericho, Van Dam and Kane. You know, Kane and Hurricane. You even had Roddy Piper and Ric Flair. You had Edge and Orton Rated RKO, Cena and Michaels, Batista and Cena. You know, you had a lot of great tag teams and mix, you know, superstars who are not tag teams put together to win the belts situation. I would bring that championship back if I could. If I had the option, I would just update the logo and I'll bring it back. Get rid of the red Raw Tag Team titles. Those are garbage. The diamonds can stay, but those tag team titles, no. Number 5, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the original version, 2007-2010. That's just a beautiful championship, and the reason why I put it down at this high of this list is mainly because I've watched TNA recently. Like, I got the app, I had the TNA Plus app, and I've watched old Impact episodes. I watched 2007, the entire calendar year, and honestly, bro, the way how they made that championship be all end all. You had Kurt Angle, you had Sting fighting for it, Christian Cage, AJ Styles trying to get in there as well. You had the likes of Sting fighting for the championship. Yeah, honestly, that beautiful championship. You can't deny that whatsoever. Number 4, the AEW TNT Championship Gold Edition. Oh, Lord, I gave that championship time. I was like, you know what? At first, with the silver, I was like, what is this piece of trash? And then I let it sink in, I let it marinate, and I got used to the silver one. Then they finally brought the gold edition. Now, part of me thought that the gold edition that they brought, you know, that they have now, I kind of thought that was the unfinished one still. They still got more to do with it, but no, I guess that's the one that they got. And honestly, I appreciate and I actually like that championship. I like how it looks. It just looks prestigious. It's something you want to fight for. Can't really blame me for that as well. AEW World Championship is number 3. I mean, for the love of God, I love that championship belt, though. I love how it looks. I love how it feels. Well, I wish I know how it feels, but I love how it looks. The way how it looks, it just looks beautiful. It kind of gives me a glimpse of, you know, it's like they took the base of the IWGP Championship and just added some gold and a little bit of silver, as MGF called it, baby platinum. Put it together, and we got this beautiful championship belt. And honestly, champions so far, Moxley and Jericho, they've done a good job as being champions. They made that title almost be all end all like TNA did with their championships in the past. So, you know, they're on their way. AEW still a year and a half so far, but they're getting there, man. They're getting there, and honestly, you can't really fault them. You know, they've done a good job with that AEW World Championship, except for Jericho letting some clown stealing the championship belt or losing it in a restaurant. I don't know. Number 2, the Intercontinental Championship Global Edition. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, huh? Global Edition? What do you mean by Global Edition? 1998 to 2011. That one, the Oval Global one. I love that one. That one sticks with me, resonates with me, man. When I first saw the title, I remember seeing CM Punk was the first guy I saw hold on to that championship. The last guy to hold on to that belt was Cody Rhodes in 2011. And since then, man, I kind of miss it. I kind of do. I really miss it. It's been around for a minute. The guys that held it, RVD, Kane, Triple H, you know, from 98 to 2011, like I said, and you had guys like that hold on to that belt. You had Edge, Orton fight over it. It's a valuable championship belt, and I miss it so much. Now it's time for some honorable mentions. First, the European Championship. I love that European title. I can't lie. I mean, red and gold. I mean, you can't go wrong. This should be the theme of the video. Red and gold. Jim loves red and gold on the championship belt. It just looks great. Now, the black strap, not the green one. The black strap. The green one looks weird. And no. And the fact that they disrespected that championship by making it the new hardcore belt with a face, what was it, a nameplate or a licensed nameplate from a car onto the fucking. The current Cruiserweight Championship. Honestly, man, I just love it. It's a big upgrade to me than what it was before. I like how darker it is, you know. So. Gotta give it props for that. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, for the love of God, if I mention it in the AEW part of this video, then I gotta mention it here. It's a very beautiful championship belt. And the likes of Angle, Brock, the likes of Nakamura, AJ Styles held on to that championship. Okada carried it at one point. Kenny Omega carried it at one point. Naito held it. Then you had the likes of Evil now holding on to the title, I believe. I'm not caught up on my New Japan stuff, and I'm sure many more held that title as well, but I'm just saying, in the end of the day, it's a beautiful title. We can all agree on it, pretty much. NXT World Championship. Yes, the current NXT title that they got now. I still liked it ever since Bobby Roode had it in 2017 when I remember a video on YouTube seeing that William Regal was going to announce that there will be new championship belts on NXT. It was a nice day that day when they revealed the new championships, and honestly, I can appreciate the NXT Gold Championship. Finally, the honorable mention, the United States title currently. The current US title is beautiful. It looks prestigious. The other one looked, it was alright with me. I didn't have any problem like everyone else did. They said it was too tacky, it was this and that. I didn't even have no problem with the old US belt. I mean, yeah, they just changed the logos on it, but other than that, it still looked the same for over a decade. But in the end of the day, I loved it. I love the current championship. It does look prestigious. If only WWE would treat it like how AEW treats the TNT title. I'm just saying. I mean, what have they done with the US title since John Cena? And number 1, the WWE Championship. Which one you're saying, huh? I gotta tread lightly here. Which one? You got You got the Big Eagle. You got the Win Eagle. You had the one that Hogan held. You have the current WWE Championship. But there is one. The Spinner Championship.
Move this man!
Huh? You truly are a helpless fool!
I feel like the biggest heel right now. I feel like the biggest asshole, you know, just wanting this championship. Look, I love this championship belt with all my heart. This title will never leave my side. No matter how much the internet will shit on this title, it is the one title I will never turn my back on. It's the one championship that obviously my favorite guy holding is Cena, but also you got the likes of, you had Edge hold on to it, Triple H hold on to it. It was the same belt that our beloved Jeff Hardy first won his WWE title. Remember that? You had the likes of CM Punk with his 434-day title reign held on to that. The Rock was the last guy to hold on to that championship belt. I mean, the guys that held that title, I mean, it's a stacked list. Orton, you had Miz in there as well. You know, just RVD, a lot of great guys held on to that WWE Championship, and that spinner belt will never leave my side. I will always love the title. Now, yes, I've never mentioned the other WWE Championships in this list, but that doesn't mean I don't fuck with them. It's just that it just didn't make the list. I mean, that's it. I mean, I love the other titles. I do like the other championship belt, but I'm just saying, I mean, this one, the spinner belt, was my favorite. I started watching wrestling in 2009. That's what it was there. You know, you can't blame me for that. If I watched WWE before the spinner belt was introduced, then I would have a different tune, obviously. But since it didn't, and I started watching when it was there, you can't blame me for it. I'm sorry. And that is my list. 14 plus honorable mention championships in this list. What do you guys think? What are your comments? This is a long video. If y'all can, please leave a thumbs up. Leave your comments. Do you agree with my list? Do you fucking hate me for it? What is your comments? What is your comments? Leave your comments down below. And hey man, I always thought about doing this list for years, and I always worried about what people would think about my options. I had to tread lightly here. A part of me also wanted to be like, fuck y'all, this is my list, this is what I like, deal with it, you know, but I had to balance it out. I had my personal, you know, I had to choose the ones that would throw you off, but the obvious ones as well. But yeah, either way, those are my championship belts in this list. What are you guys' championship belts? What are your favorite titles? Leave your comments down below. Like, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm out. Later.